I want a sticker.
Yep.
I got a sticker.
I'm an old bald child.
You get excited when you get the free sticker. You're like,
yep.
Oh, okay, I got the T-shirt and the fender. Sticker.
Yep. I mean, it's just like that old saying. You can always do with more stickers.
Pierre and Garth, welcome to the channel. Thanks for coming on,
Appreciate it.
Guys.
Thank you.
Never had to. This is exciting. I don't know where to start.
Well, the funny thing is when you're on screen, when you're on the screen here, we're kind of sandwiching you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be over here,
just down in the corner.
So, Pierre? We'll get to Garth.
Mm-hmm.
Garth is here for support.
Yes,
and to scare me
right there.
So, Pierre, talk to me. What?
I'm here to rep all the merch.
There you go. You got it all on. I got it on too. So, Pierre, where do you hail from? Where do you live? What's happening?
So, Santa Clara County. So, Gilroy, San Jose, Morgan Hill, all that area.
That's California.
Yes, sir. California, up north, Northern California, the Bay Area.
Okay. I've been to San Francisco. You near there?
I'm sorry. No, it's a beautiful place. It's just so chaotic sometimes. But the cool thing about it is you're never going to see that type of culture up there. San Francisco, you can go from one extreme to the next. And the most time, like, you meet people that are just either tourists or they're residents, and they're just all fun-loving people. Haven't really had any bad experiences up there.
But you're not near there.
No. We're actually, we're kind of Bay Area, but we're not too cool enough to get that label. So we're Silicon Valley.
Okay.
Yeah. We're the Silicon Valley people, but we're not the .comers. I'm actually in law enforcement, so I'm not the moguls.
Who is that? Who is that going by there?
Oh.
Got the wife. Hi.
Sneaking by.
Hey. So
yeah, she knew I was on here today, and I forgot the gear downstairs. We have our all our jerseys and stuff in our pants, and I forgot them down on the table. So she came up and she's like, "Oh, here you go."
So, Pierre, tell me a little bit about your background. You are a mountain biker, right?
Yes, sir. So, actually started out motocross. So, supercross, arena cross, all amateur stuff, no pro racing stuff. Then I went to District 36 hare scrambles. So the whole ones where you race an hour and a half on just one trail where it's like 16 miles going through single track jumps all up and around. They pretty much try to figure out the most jacked up course they can give you and say, go have fun. So it's a blast.
So motocross gets you.
That's where it all started. That and also
you like
BMX.
Two wheels and like getting dirty.
Yes, sir. As long as you keep the rubber on the road, I'm happy.
You call me sir one more time.
It's a habit. I apologize. It's a habit.
I'd be scared to even say that to your face if I was in front of you.
No, not at all.
So did you grow up doing all this stuff in California, or?
Yeah, grew up doing it all. Started out with BMX. It was kind of funny. Me and my buddy actually got into it in junior high. We actually didn't have a bike of our own. We kind of collaborated on one bike. So two guys sharing a BMX bike and learning how to ride it and grind and all that. So we, hey, you try this and you try it that way. And, we just shared it for a while. And then as we got older, started getting into BMX a lot, pretty more heavily. Then I figured out that, hey, there's things called dirt bikes.
Yeah.
Got into that. And next thing I know, you go faster with a twist of a wrist, and that took off, went into all that. And, then life hits and you start I finished high school. Now it's college. Now I got to get a job. Now I got to pay for all this stuff.
Yeah. Gets expensive.
But it was a blast. It was a heck of a ride. Traveling, riding, racing, meeting a bunch of people. I still have friends that I used to race with. It's just been an amazing adventure.
Really? So you were like a big in the circuit back in the day?
I tried to. It's funny. One of my best friends, Rick Brewhorst, he was actually one of the ones that showed me how to hit my first triple. Oh, just follow me. Click third gear, hit fourth, and we're just going to go. That was one of the worst ideas I ever did, but still did it. Definitely sent it at an early age.
Now this guy, I don't know where I'm going to put him on the screen when I get to editing. Who's this kid? Why are we looking at this guy? Who's Garth?
Kid's got more gray than both you guys and less hair up top.
I'm getting there.
So it's funny. I actually met Garth. Garth was actually a customer of mine.
Really?
He reached out to us to start out with our first set of our pants and our jersey, a full kit for him. And, we started talking. Next thing you know, and that's the way I do it is when we meet somebody who's a customer, we don't just want to be a company that sells to people. We want to actually meet who we're talking to. I'll give them my cell phone number. Hey, here's my email address. Let me know. And we always reach out to people when they buy our stuff. Hey, how does the shirt fit? Do you have any comments, questions, or concerns? We want to make people happy and believe in it's not just a shirt, it's an ideology that they're buying into.
Right.
The whole send it culture.
Now, Garth, do you send it? Are you a mountain biker? Or?
I am a mountain biker. So as a kid, I was a soccer player. Hurt myself, got into martial arts, did that for a long time. Then one weekend, a buddy of mine was just like, hey, there's a place called Seven Springs. So I'm in Dayton, Ohio, and it's about a 6-7 hour drive from us into Pennsylvania. It's now defunct. And so I was just like, yeah, let's do this. So we did. First time ever down a mountain. It was a colossal downpour of rain and nastiness. And they were at the mountains were like, we never shut down. They shut down that weekend to let you know how bad it was. Oh. And it sold us. Like, we're just like, all right, yeah, this is what we're going to do from here on out. So, I still do martial arts every now and again. Soccer's pretty much on TV for me now. And then now every day I'm on a bike and trying not to kill myself.
That's awesome. That's funny you bring up Seven Springs. I was talking to someone before and I couldn't think of the place. I learned how to ski there. I'm from Maryland.
Yeah, okay. Oh, all right. I got you.
And we went up there a couple of times to ski. And then I had asked some people if that even existed anymore, or was there mountain biking there?
So as in the winter, it still exists. But the owner sold it to the people that run something else now. Sorry, my names are not existent in my brain anymore. So they're hopefully going to open it up to mountain biking again, because it was beautiful. It had some gnarly trails. But it was the most dangerous and scariest lift I've ever been on in my life.
Wow.
Because you held your bike out in front of you on a lift, and you're just holding on this bike in front of you.
You're just holding the bike? They didn't have a bike lift?
No.
Oh my God.
No. And so this is our first time. This is our first time. Like, I probably haven't ridden a bike in 20 years. And I'm holding on to this bike like, this is how I die today. This is amazing. And so you hit the crest of that lip on the lift, and you just, and we're just like, oh. And there's 30 of them going up there. So we get to the top and we're like, well, there's the rush that we needed right there. Nope. Did that probably 40 more times that day.
Oh my God, that's hysterical.
Just downpour. So now, I ride East Coast. I try and be his East Coast rep.
There you go. I can be a South Coast rep.
Damn right.
Hey, I'm going to just plug you right now because we're all over the place, and this is how I do these things. Yeah. Everywhere. I'm like, so you ride bike. Who's this guy? And then, ladies and gentlemen, we're here because of Send It Death Before Dishonor clothing line. Okay. Back on track.
Not just a catchphrase, it's a lifestyle.
Not just a look.
It's what we do.
It's obnoxious the amount of stickers. If you see me on the trails, folks, I'm gonna have to give you a sticker because there's no way in hell I'm gonna be using that many stickers.
We try to inundate you as much as possible.
So Pierre, before you told me, and I love to get to this because this is how it all started out for you. Mm-hmm. Military man.
A little bit of military time. Yes, sir.
Navy. For your service. I got a question about that. Do military people, is that offensive to thank you? or does it get old?
Personally, for me, I on my own 2 cents to that, I try to do it myself. When I see someone in uniform or just even law enforcement, EMTs, paramedics, just anybody, I try to tell them thank you.
Yeah.
Because, being a part of all that culture, it's a very thankless job.
Mm-hmm.
And same thing with military. Back in the day, people used to despise them. Some people still do, but it provides a very good base. I was 19. I did a little bit of military time, but it was the best thing that ever happened to me. I was 19, didn't know where I was going, what I was going to do, but I learned a lot of good values there. Really found out there's something greater. It's how to be selfless. That's the day and age now where it is everybody's trying to get somewhere too fast, and you lose that please and thank you or holding the door open for people. And it's just that.
I always find to say thank you or thank you for your service. You're doing something I would never do.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like I all my freedoms are here because people like you protect them. So I feel like I have to thank. I'm one of those guys that I see a guy in uniform at the airport and I'll ask for the tab. And I'm not bragging about that, but I want to say
no.
I think people should put you guys up there.
I mean, especially we have one of our riders, Nate Escoto. He's a combat vet. So I never saw combat, never was deployed any of that. But Nate is one of our riders, and I love supporting him to the fullest. His name's Nate Escoto, is from Santa Cruz. He's a Purple Heart recipient.
Yeah.
He has half a foot in his shoe. He rides. He sends it. I mean, he is one heck of the nicest guys I've ever met. But he's a combat vet, and the guy is just phenomenal. Every time I talk to him, you could have a bad day. Talk to him, your day is just 10 times better. He's just such a positive person. And that's one of the biggest things. And that's why we really try to cater to anybody that has our mindset. He has a lot of things that are stacked against him, but he pushes past it.
Yeah.
And he really attributes it to his military time too, is you learn a lot of stuff and about yourself when you're tested. And like I said, I just have a small amount of military time, but anytime I see someone in uniform, I always try to thank them and just, they sign on the dotted line when a lot of people don't. Yeah. It's just a choice, but they are on the front line serving. And I couldn't say thank you enough.
Yeah, I never knew if that was do they get okay, yeah, I get it. Thank you. Move on.
Honestly,
but I'm sure
I'm not too sure, but I try to.
I think anybody says thank you to anybody is,
makes their day better
nowadays anyway. And then you went military firefighter.
Yes, sir. I did 8 seasons in Cal Fire. So I went from SCU, Santa Clara unit, over to CZU, which is San Mateo, Santa Cruz unit for Cal Fire. And that was amazing. You're doing wildland season. You're doing county firefighting. I was over in Corlitas and Watsonville. It was a blast. I mean, you talk about one heck of a fun summer job. You're treated like a rock star, traveling up and down the state, fighting fires, just eating, breathing, and just having fun.
Now, how long did you do that for?
8 years, 8 seasons. So 8 summers.
Years.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
You got that service thing in you.
Honestly, I figured out in high school, I could not sit in a jet and behind a desk or do a desk job. I have ADHD, so I just could not do it. So I had to find something that keeps me busy.
Well, I feel you, man. I'm a photographer by profession. I can't sit. Yeah. I gotta be up moving around.
Yeah, exactly. Got to be doing something.
What made you move on from firefighter to now police? Was it the next step?
Well, I was actually in that time I was on the list to try to get promoted as so you actually apply for it and you test to become an engineer, and you still have to go through the ranks. Uh-huh. But you're competing. It's a large pool, so it's not just a county-wide. Sure. So there's 30 of you. It's statewide. So the whole California state, you're competing against other people.
Wow.
And then so I actually found out I was going to have a child, my first son, and he was the reason why I actually went into law enforcement. That and my big brother, he's still at the department now, and he always told me, hey, you got to switch over, and I finally did it once I found out I was going to have a kid. And because in Cal Fire, you're always gone. During the summer, you're gone,
Yeah.
And that was the next step. Went into law enforcement and just never looked back.
Wow, man. And you're like 22.
I'm 38. I feel like I'm 60, but yeah, no, I'm 38.
But still, man, the military, firefighter. Now you're a police officer.
I was also an EMT for 14 and a half years.
I'm out of here, man. I'm a photographer that has a YouTube channel. I'm done.
I appreciate it. Hey, the good thing is if we ever go ride together, if something happens, we always fix each other. We're good.
You guys fix each other. Garth, you're just sitting there looking all pretty. What do you do?
So I am technically a pretrial officer. So for 21 years now, I've been employed with local county in our agency. Started off as a probation officer, moved to investigations, and about 4 years ago now I do like pretrial is what we classified here. So anybody that is in my county that gets arrested on a nightly, because it is a thing, I see them in the morning about 5 a.m. And I denote how much it's going to cost them to get out of jail, or if I can get them out of jail for free.
Okay, I don't know where to go with that.
Yeah, no, you're fine. It's an interesting spot. 5 in the morning, I get a lot of interesting conversations.
Sure you do. Holy cow! And
it's because some of them just got arrested 20 minutes before I talked to them, so they are liquidated. And it's a fun time.
Oh man, you both. Again, I'm out. You guys talk to each other. I'll post it later. So Pierre, back to you.
Yes, sir.
Military firefighter. I always do this wrong. My hands are always in the wrong place. Weird imagery.
Where do I keep my hands? Where do I put them?
Mountain bike apparel.
Yes, sir.
How does that come? It just flows. It really does. Military firefighter, police officer, mountain bike apparel. That's the next step.
We all need clothes, right?
Well,
So
how?
So Send It actually was around back when I kind of got into law enforcement. So I started law enforcement in 2013.
Wow.
And I was able to get into a little unit. There's 8 of us in the entire department, and we couldn't have anything cool patches or anything like that. So my partner at the time was like, hey, you really have this idea. Why don't you make some shirts or something? So we did a really small run of shirts, and that's all it was. It was just personal use. That's all.
Yeah.
And then 2 years ago, in 2019-ish, I had an accident that ended my law enforcement career. I fell down 2 flights of stairs. So I actually have a plate here or somewhere around here. There's a scar. I have a plate and 4 screws in my neck. They did surgery on my elbow and all that good stuff. So moral of the story is don't fight stairs. They usually win.
Well, no, you fell. Did you do the tumble down one and then?
Honestly, I don't remember. My partner said that all he saw was where my feet in the air and my head was the first thing that hit. I'm good. God, I have a hard head. I had red marks on the back of my head, but I don't really remember. I just remember getting up and that was it.
Yeah, because I'm thinking you fell down 2 flights, you see the one and then you hit a landing and then do a roll down, but you went probably 2 floors.
6'1" and about 240 pounds. Well, now I'm 6'2". At that time, I was probably 6'1" and some change, like maybe 230.
He's going through puberty.
Yeah. They'll drop eventually.
I will say though, the coolest part of that surgery is I used to be 6'1", now I'm 6'2" because of the spacer in my neck.
Wow, I need one of those. I'm 6'1".
Hey, help me out. I'm happy.
No, I do not want knives. So you fell down.
Yep.
No more police.
So I actually worked for approximately 18 months and didn't know I was injured. I went into the doctor and they found out I had some issues going on with my nerves. They did a MRI and CT and all that of my neck, and they found out I had a 50% of a spinal cord compression with my C5 and 6. I sent you that picture of it. It's the disc that looks like it's trying to take off out of my neck. So they found that, and then 2 weeks later I was in surgery, and that's been ever since.
Wow. And so no more police.
No, sir.
And you were
It's
like,
the liability aspect of it
yeah,
is very intensified because of where the damage was and all that good stuff. And I mean, it's totally understandable. They don't want the liability in case something happens, you know. So they're retiring me out.
so you retire out and you're like, well, what the am I going to do?
Yeah, pretty much.
Now? Is that where that happened?
So that actually happened. We went full-fledged send it, and we started the company approximately a year ago. I got tired of just, you know, I wanted something to do. So I was encouraged to go back to college and take some business classes instead of just jumping in full force.
Mm-hmm.
Went to a local college, got some business classes under my belt. And then next thing I know, in that class, my instructor, who was actually a vet, great instructor, he encouraged me to start my own LLC, went ahead, started doing the process, and then went full-fledged. So we are 100% LLC.
Nice.
We're in the process of trademarking. We're full-fledged. We're actually reps for Cali Protectives. All that
like
stuff.
a year.
Yeah.
You've been doing this for a year.
For 1 year. And
so you're retired.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to get like you retired and then you went back to school and you're like, I still would like to earn a paycheck somehow.
Yes. I'm actually, once all my stuff is done with my department, I'm actually still going to be applying for another department to see if I can get on at least part-time to do something else.
Uh-huh.
It's a very hard thing to say, but in law enforcement, I would love to see people have this perception of cops or of sheriffs or just, you know, just of law enforcement in general. They have their mindset of they're going to have a bad interaction. But if you can change that perspective, and you hear some people, and I've had it before, where, man, I thought you were going to be an a-hole, but you're really cool.
I hate that. I got to be honest with you, I hate that. I hate anybody who says anything bad about law. As a news photographer, I've worked with many law enforcement, and people are like, oh, that cop is you're like, you think they deal with the nicest people in the public? No. Yeah, I would walk up to everybody with a chip every now and then. Because you have 90% of the time in law enforcement, you're not walking up to the friendliest people that want to be with you. Yeah, and they all have attitudes.
And it's fun. It's if you can change your perspective though, and they'll be like, whoa, you know, you're pretty cool. And it's funny because, you know, same thing with Garth. Garth sees it all the time. And, you know, it's like, for me, I'm tattooed. So people don't think I'm a cop. Yeah. And they're just like, how are you tattooed? And all that. Well, I mean, we're people. We're just people, you know?
But it's changing the perspective to change the directive. Like,
yes,
see us different. Take this alley. You know, you're gonna get treated different with us. So our response from an individual is going to be different. Like, just we're seeing people in some of the roughest positions of their lives.
Yeah.
And, you know, they might have an attitude. Well, if they see some kindness and some love coming at them, maybe that attitude is going to alter a little bit. Maybe it can change where they're going to take themselves into that situation.
Exactly.
Or as a situation.
I mean, there's a reason why a cop's coming to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I used to work in the jails too.
Oof.
So it's you have to just, it really gives you thick skin. And the same thing is just like Garth said, we don't try to have the chip, or we don't necessarily want to, because the way we talk to you is we're going to give you that respect.
Yeah.
But don't respect us because we have the badge. Respect us because we're a person.
Yeah.
And that's how we want to interact with everybody. Yeah.
And this is how I talk. I'm all over the place. I'm looking at this shirt, man.
It looks good on you.
It looks good, man.
Well,
there's a lot. I'm not trying to make a muscle. I'm just trying to get my arm. I have no muscle after COVID. I haven't been to the gym. But I mean, look, who came up with that?
So this idea was thrown out back in, look at that.
Look at that.
Nice.
Right up in there, baby.
Get the zoom on it right
Got
there.
the chesticles right up in there, folks.
Yeah.
I like
It
it.
was impressive, sir.
Have you been working out?
No.
No.
I got what doctors call a bit of a weight problem. What who came up with that? Is that your own design?
Yeah, yes, sir. So this was back when I want to say maybe around 2015-ish, somewhere around there. And it's been growing ever since. And that's why I said Garth's my right-hand man. And actually I made him a little card holder that says that. He's been helping me out. I mean, our motto is it's a lifestyle that we live, you know, and the whole death before dishonor, it's to keep your values true. Adrenaline junkies, because we're always chasing that feeling. You know, we want to get that in there. And send it is such a diverse term.
Yeah.
You know, you're building a kicker with your buddies and someone draws a short straw. Now they got to hit the jump. Well, you're going to send it.
You're going to send it.
So you're either going to get a free meal from either the hospital or from your buddies, one of the two. But
you're going to send it.
Yep.
Send it doesn't mean make it.
No, it just means you're going to take that leap of faith.
Yep.
Yeah.
Give it everything you have in that effort that you have, regardless of the result.
Yep.
and you're still mountain biking even with the thing in your.
Yes, sir. So I have
it's
Atlas braces. Sorry.
I'm kidding.
I have an Atlas brace I use around my neck. And I'll ride with that guy, or I'll take my kids out on small trail rides. Nothing crazy. I mean, I used to be an avid guy to go to Flow Trail in Santa Cruz, or make trips up to North Star. My favorite trail up there was Gypsy, and it was just I miss it, but I can't stand it like I used to. I got to be a little bit smarter nowadays.
Sorry, I'm listening to you.
That's why he has the young guys ride for us. And he gets to watch my crash videos. That's what it does.
Look at this, folks. Is that not just a cool? I mean, what a great looking product. And I'm wearing it. Folks, Pierre was nice enough. He sent me some stuff.
Some.
He doesn't own me.
No, sir.
Say sir one more time.
Apologize. I'm sorry.
Kid, look. I mean, look. What are we? Are we 100% cotton? What do we got? A poly blend here?
That is a poly blend, sir.
You know what? The other company that I had talked to is and I'm finding that the poly blend is a more comfortable shirt.
Yes, it is. They don't shrink on you. They don't feel all weird and get all bunchy. And our thing is, we want you to wear that shirt for the next few months, years. Basically, we want you to look at that shirt and say, why isn't it dead yet?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what we want. And
what I just lost my train of thought. I saw a squirrel. What okay, so who picked the stuff? Do you hand pick everything?
So we actually have a printer that we use. And I'm very handsy. We've got to put my hands. I'm trying to put them somewhere. So we like to feel stuff and actually see, is this going to be durable? Like for me, I'm a big guy. I sweat at 3:00 in the morning till 3:00 the next day. Yeah. If it's 32 degrees, I'm sweating. That's just how I am. So I wanted something that, I can go to the gym in and I'm not going to look like I just took a shower at the gym. I'm not just super sweaty and just nasty looking. And the nice thing about our shirts is they dry out pretty quick. And that's what I wanted. And then especially the underarm stuff, I wanted to say, yeah, you're going to sweat, but it dries out fairly quick. Yeah. That's what my goal is.
Yeah, it's a nice, I've been really fortunate with you kids. And it's great because it's for a lot of people right now, riding season is just starting and they're looking for, something new to wear, last season's clothes, throw it out. Let's get something new. Garth, let's take it on over to Garth.
All right.
Garth, what is it about the clothing line that you like so much? I mean, you are decked out right now.
So yeah, for one, so I'm in Ohio. Although it is 85 degrees here right now, my wife keeps it a nice chilled 64 or so. So, so I'm good with a hoodie pretty much all year round in my house. So the hoodies, super thick, super nice. I wear a hoodie almost every day anyway.
Wow.
It doesn't, temperature is regardless to me. I love my hoodies. I wear hoodies and shorts. That's how I'm comfortable. When I first messaged Pierre, he was just like, sure, what do you want to design? And I was just like, I get to do this? I don't get your predetermined. He was just like, nah, freedom, what do you want? And I was just like, bah, 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 bah. Here's a laundry list. And so it ended up, my first kit was murdered out. So black on black.
Yeah.
And looks sick. Super comfortable. And then we got our new jerseys that are dropping very, very soon. They are amazing. So I've worn them on the trail quite a few times. Crashed in them quite a few times.
Oh, look at that.
No, it's slick. And they are extremely lightweight. The pants, so, normal riding pants, you're in high waters, man. You're showing your ankles off. You're showing, all of that. These actually go down to your shoes.
Oh, wow.
So they're super nice. You don't get those brown ones are sick.
Look at that.
So you don't get the rocks and the sticks and the dirt and all the nastiness going right into your sock and into your shoe. It's actually going to go up against some pant before it, gets you dirty. And they're super lightweight. And like I said, I was at Jared's place in Georgia. They just opened it up. And took a berm that did not end well, took a few rocks, stood up well. And then, like I said, Pierre just has me for a crash test dummy for all intent and purpose. He's just like, I just want my stuff to look good. So when people ride by your corpse, they can see how sharp it looks.
Look at this stuff. You got what is that? The digital camo?
So it's a tan digital camo that actually will match our pants.
Nice. No pants. If I could ride in a Speedo, I would. There is a guy that does.
We can design that for you.
There's pictures on Facebook. Anywho, no, it's really hot here. There's no pants wearing. I wear pants if I have to go to dinner. Yeah, but it's all shorts here.
Well,
for me, so do you help design, Garth?
Yeah, he allows my input. We'll call that.
Oh, okay. So did you come up?
He's given me more. He's given me more and more freedom as we come through, but he'll ask me questions, so I get to open my big mouth and share my whether it be wrong or right opinion.
So do you come up with the who comes up with, say, that tattoo, that Asian tattoo looking artwork? Oh,
honestly, we just find stuff that looks like we would wear it, and we ask. And the funny thing too is we actually ask all our writers. We have 11 different writers that we actually will send out a text and say, hey, what do you guys think? And we'll ask for their inputs.
That's why the socks look the way they do.
Mm-hmm.
Socks, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Socks are sweet.
Pierre, thank you, by the way.
Of course.
Like beyond. It was like Christmas in my house today. I was like, and then this, and then this. And then, this is sick.
That right there was Garth's idea.
That is awesome. But look at these socks, folks. Look at this. Can you adrenaline junkies? And then right here, it's got what's upside down, backwards. Send it with all kinds of. So you're sticking with the military theme here.
Honestly, we just kind of go with. We actually have some new designs coming out, courtesy of Garth, and we use awesome companies that we work with. Stickered. He's actually Rich from Stickered. He's the owner, and he's been helping us every step of the way with any designs that we have. And he is such a graphic. I mean, the guy is just an artist in general. He could make a stick figure look really cool.
Yeah. And
that's what we do is we come up with an idea and we'll send it to Rich at 2 or 3 in the morning, and he'll wake up and be like, why are you awake this early? And then, just do his magic, and he comes up with these just phenomenal designs. And that's why I said it's not just me. It's a collaborative effort with so many people that I couldn't be more thankful for. Garth, I hit up Garth all the time. I always forget about the time difference, as you could tell.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll hit him up at 12 o'clock at night, and he's like, "Hey, I'm just getting up for work. Oops, sorry."
It's now again. I gotta ask, like, did just Garth DM you or email you one day? Like, you were such a fan, Garth, of the product?
I think it was, I was just wanting to check and see the jerseys. I think Pierre responded back. We just started messaging back and forth, and one thing led to another, and brotherhood began.
And now you're inputting.
Yeah. We started talking I gave him my number. We started talking about his designs. And then next thing you know, we're talking on, once a week, and then it goes to 2 times a week. And we're actually we're buddies. And then we actually were able to go to Sea Otter this year, Sea Otter Classic.
Yeah. So you guys actually got to meet?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you ride together?
No, we didn't get to ride. We were hustling at the booth for 4 or 5 days.
Wow.
It was we were shocked because we were waiting on our gear, all our jerseys and pants and gloves to show up. But unfortunately, due to supply chain issues, we weren't able to get it. So all we were able to sell was our apparel, our shirts and hats and socks, and tank tops and all that stuff, and our sweaters. And we were thinking, okay, it may or may not be busy, but hey, we're just going to roll with it. We're just going to send it and see what happens. We put everything in the basket and just went for it.
Yep.
And honestly, it was such an experience that, I mean, I'm very, very shocked and awed by how many people we met. We were so busy. We had a little spinning wheel doing push-ups, and Garth was trying to kill me.
I think maybe I saw a video on Instagram of that.
Yep.
People
screaming voice yelling at people to do push-ups, and Pierre just laughing at my voice cracking in the midst of it.
Now, so you got a great response at Sea Otter.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And was that
amazing?
Was that your first big event where you kind of like, here we are, world?
Yep.
Yeah. We were able to mesh at Sea Otter, and then we talked to them, got everything going with them. They said, "Hey, we're going to put you guys right next to Magura." And we got there to set up. And we're just like, "Whoa, we got a tent next to Magura." We kind of came fanboys for a minute, and like, "Oh, forgot we got to actually open up our tent."
Right.
And honestly, every day just going there, the people at Sea Otter, the organizers, Sarah from Sea Otter, everybody there has just been, they welcome you into a family. And that's one thing I love about mountain biking is it's a family. Yeah. It's anybody, it's amazing.
Yeah, that's how I found doing this little thing that I do. It's overwhelming how like everybody just wants to be a part of it no matter what. Yeah. Like everyone is stoked. They love the stoke. They love riding. They love talking about it. They love being part of a community.
The camaraderie, the pushing one another, the cheering one another on, whether you're in first or you're in last. Like that is what it's about.
Yeah, you said it best. I tell people what's great about mountain biking, you can watch these competitions and you're competing against everybody, but everyone's on the sideline just applauding you. They don't care. They're like, yeah, man, this is awesome. What
Yep.
They're not
like I said, like it is whether you're the first person on the train or the last person on the train, everybody's rooting for you. Like it is what it is. We all want to hit that jump. Some of us will clear it. Some of us will case it, but we're still rooting each other on no matter who hits what.
And that's, I guess, along the lines of starting a clothing company. They see a rider, not a huge corporation, creating something. They're like, we all send it.
Yep.
Before Dishonor. Come on, that's hard as all get out. It's just a really cool design, darn it.
Yeah, no.
I just keep picking this up because I can't wait to put this on my bike this weekend.
Actually, Garth came up with that one.
Yep. Oh, really?
I had one custom made. Like, I got my goodies from Pierre, and I was just like, "Oh, cool! Like this stuff's sharp." So I contacted a company and had them make one for me, and I was just like, "Hey, man, they made me 2. Let me send Pierre one of them." And I was like, "You need to check these out." Pierre hooked up with them. Boom, boom. Printed a whole bunch of them off. I think we have 4 different colors in them. So my bike rotates pretty much regularly through the 4 different colors on them.
Now,
Yep.
Peter,
And then
tell me, oh God, my back hurt for a second. Carrying a camera all day. Let's talk product. What do we got on your website? If I went on your website, what can I find?
so on our website, we're actually in the process of revamping it. We've been revamping it, just trying to find the right template and everything that we want to put out there that creates us. Some of the templates are kind of generic, so we want to have our website to have a soul. So we're still redoing that. But what we have on our website is our jerseys, our shirts, which are these. We have two different styles. We call one the Happy Bullet, and then we have one that has the Send It Crew, which is the guys on the back. So what you had right there was a Send It Bullet.
Yeah.
Send It Bullet. Okay, folks.
Yep, that's the bullet. We call him the Happy Bullet.
Because he's got a smile.
Yep. And then we have the Crew. And that let me see. Do I have it on? Let's see.
Garth's doing something. Garth.
I think I have it on.
I got it.
Oh, here you go. There we go. Right there.
Send It Crew. Okay, that's kind of cool. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like the mountain bike community.
Yeah.
And that's the thing too, is once you find friends in mountain biking, everybody is like, oh, I just have a buddy. No, when you go on a mountain bike ride, you're sweating, you get cut up, you have your bruises, your bumps, and you're building that friendship through blood, sweat, and tears, really.
Yeah.
I'm a big guy and I hate climbing, but that's why I always have big guys that are friends, so we all stay back together.
Hey, I'll take your time getting up.
Yep.
I smoked a pack of cigarettes a day, so I bought an e-bike. I have more fun climbing than most people do going down a hill. So don't hate me for being a part of the e-bike.
E-bikes are they were created for a reason, mister.
Yep.
So jerseys, are we short sleeve in jerseys or just all long sleeve?
So we can. So all of our companies that we work with are major reputable companies in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big believer in you don't take no for an answer because it means not yet.
Yeah.
Same thing. We're representatives for Cali. We're Cali's first actual online store who has been granted access to become a wholesaler and vendor for Cali. Okay. Just because I bugged Jason so many times. It was probably about 6 months. I didn't stop calling him. Hey, can I talk to you yet? Who are you again? So when I actually went to Cali's office in Morgan Hill, first thing Jason said to me was, so you're Pierre.
You're the one.
Yep.
So now you actually sell their stuff on your website?
We are going to, yes.
Okay.
So they come in beautiful helmets, but on our website specifically, we have all our shirts, our socks, our hats. We're all out of our sweaters except for one. Actually, we sold out of everything, where Garth actually sold the sweater off of his back to a customer.
Yeah, he was telling me that.
Yeah.
It's like $20 more.
It was funny. Yeah. We actually sold we didn't have our jerseys at the time, but I sold my own personal jersey, and so did Garth. Just because people wanted them. So we want to appease the people. So
we were extremely particular in who got those. It wasn't because we got people saw the jersey and they're like, I want that. We're like, yeah, we understand you want that. You check back. You'll be able to get one. Guarantee you'll be able to get one. The right person had to come along for those jerseys. It wasn't somebody came by and was just like, I want it. I need to know about you before you want it. Yeah. This is mine.
This is my shirt.
This is part of my family and what I'm doing. Are you willing to be a part of that?
Yeah.
And both the guys we hooked up with, message us. They both message us they're part of the family, and that's what we wanted.
Because on our jerseys, for only our team riders, we do something called the Send It Crew. So you have to be a part of us, whether you're a buddy of ours that's we've known for years, or you're one of our official riders. We'll actually print it on the back of our jersey. That's why these jerseys they're just meant for anybody right now. Yeah. Anybody that likes them.
Yeah.
On the very back of it, right underneath our flag, everything that we have has American flag on it. So just like this guy right there. Yep. Just like the shirt. Oh. So we'll have Send It Crew on the back. Those specifically are just meant for our riders only.
Your riders. Mm-hmm. Tell me a little bit about that. You said you sponsor riders. How did that go about? How do you find them? I mean,
Well, honestly, it's just luck of the draw, kind of. You know, there's a couple guys I've been following on Instagram a long time. I found out they're local. I got to meet them in person. I've actually had numerous encounters with them, with my kids, riding parks and stuff, and they've always been super generous, showing my kids little tricks, you know, just showing off for my kids sometimes, you know, just because, and I won't wear Send It stuff when we go out to like parks like that, just because I like to see people and actually get to know people for who they are.
Yeah.
Because like when we go to Lake Cunningham in San Jose, everybody sees, oh, hey, it's a Send It guy, you know, it might be him. Because one of our first riders he works there. His name is Brian Mendiola. Kid's a ripper, and he's actually getting into drift cars now. But that's how I find these kids, either at local events or just following on Instagram and just getting to see who they really are and their personality. And that's what, you know, I offer them a spot. We try them out for 2 months and see if they're a good fit and if they like everybody. Because we always try to have people who ride for us meet our other riders. Hey, go on a ride with them. Go meet him. You know, we look at it as like a family.
Yeah.
Not just, oh, we sponsor you. So like we have Zach West, Damian Ander, Julian Ander, Marcus right now is in Virginia for a slopestyle contest. And, you know, Marcus Schwope, these guys are just senders. But when you meet them, they're just the nicest guys. And that's a big fact.
By sponsoring, you hook them up with the clothing and help them with the competitions or something?
We do. So now that we had a really good exposure at Sea Otter, so what we're trying to do is we're trying to extend that to paying for their entrance fees, trying to help them out with a little bit of travel. Anything that we get, we try to pass back on to our riders. And it's funny, like all of our riders have their own discount codes. So if someone uses their discount code, they get a portion of that sale.
Oh, wow.
And we actually have like Miss Monica 408. She's on our Instagram. She's one of our riders, but she actually does obstacle course racing. I mean, you see her, she's just fit. Very, very, she makes me, I'm actually kind of scared of her. She's very fit. But she's just super, like, just awesome on a mountain bike. There's no turning her back. I remember doing a pre-run at Sea Otter last year, and she just charged the course. It's just like, whoa, okay, I slowed down for that, and you didn't. Okay.
Did you keep bringing up Sea Otter, and it was a kind of a landmark
it is
thing for you. And I know a lot of, you're not a YouTuber.
No, not at all. I'm actually, so before this, when I was at my department, we had a big thing of for us anyway, a big thing with not having social media, you know, not doing a lot of the exposure for safety, stuff like that. And Garth was like, hey man, you got to get out there. You got to make your appearance. And he still pushes me all the time. And you got to get out there. And I'm like, I don't like it. I'm not very photogenic.
You're very handsome. But the Instagram is very, and I found it helps a lot. So have you felt like, or do you have somebody to do the Instagrams for you?
We do have help, but it's a lot of going back and forth. Hey, how does this post look? Yeah, just start over.
What do you guys over mentioning YouTubers? Because I think all mountain bike, a majority of mountain bikers are YouTubers in one form or another, where they have subscribers or huge. Did you see any? Would you even know if they came up and slapped you in the face?
We had a lot of friends come by, so it was just, for us, Sea Otter was in the year prior, so I think it was 2021, where Sea Otter kind of was back to back. They did it during the summer, then they did it again in April.
Yeah,
I went there just on a whim. I wanted to just try the track for the downhill track. Did it, but I sat there looking around, just saying, you know, I want to be here. This is my goal.
Yeah.
And the next year we just went for it, and we were there.
Wow. What does it take to do that? Do you have to apply or just?
So it's just contacting Sea Otter, the organization itself, and just going through the whole process. But as a small business, they treat you just like a big business. They treat everyone the same. It's honestly like a big welcome into a family. I mean, it was amazing. we had questions, we needed certain things, they made it happen. And they're so accommodating, from the moguls of the industry down to us tiny guys. And it was amazing.
How and you sold out. It sounds like you're selling out. Are you sound like you're doing good is where I'm going.
We're trying to, yeah. It's anything that we get profit wise goes right back into the company.
Well, yeah.
Whether it be from, hey, we made a bunch of money on sales for the shirts. Now, how do we invest and make it better and help out our consumers? So instead of charging $30 for a shirt, let's bring down the price and charge $20 for a shirt, even though our shirts are only $25. But you know what I mean? We try to definitely extend our sale. Anything that we can do to help the people and our riders, that's our biggest goals.
Look, that seems like, I think that's the price point for a t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You get a cool design, you get some clothing, you start charging, you know.
Well, one, and that's where we came across the battles. Like everywhere else, it's $30, it's $35, it's $45 for a t-shirt. Come, $120 for a jersey top. Come on, $300 for a pair of pants, $250 for a pair of pants. Mm-hmm. We can't do that to people. We want them to represent us, but also see, look, this is a good product. We ain't ripping you off.
Yeah,
that's not in our wheelhouse. That's not what we're trying to do to one another. In all honesty, like the hoodies are $50. He'll call them sweaters. They are hoodies. They are not sweaters. Sweaters are ugly Christmas sweaters that you wear during the holidays. We don't call them sweaters.
Sweater with a hood.
So that was actually from one of our dinners.
Right. So, you know, we $50 for a hoodie. Like, where are you going to find a hoodie for $50?
Yeah, that's a solid price.
Right?
It's a 10 ounce. It's a 10 ounce.
Yeah.
And so how much are your hats?
Our hats are, I believe, $20, 20.
That's all you need. You don't.
No,
you guys are right there on the perfect level of nobody wants to go riding a bike in a $50 t-shirt to just get junked up.
Yep.
Yeah. And the thing too about it is when you buy stuff from us, we typically just throw in extra stuff. Either you'll get a free hat, a pair of socks. I mean, we want to extend that to people. That's our biggest thing.
Yeah,
we want our customers to see that they're not just another customer; they're one of us.
Yeah, you get the stickers in there too.
Yeah, you get a free sticker with every shirt.
Yep.
This has got to be great, man. That you sat back and you said, "Damn, I got this neck thing. Mm-hmm. What do I do?" And to watch this baby grow the way it's growing. Like, I mean, are you just...
Honestly, for us, we just want it to go the right way. And we're not trying to explode so fast where we're going to be here today and gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
We have a bunch of actual bike shops that are interested in carrying our products. And we're coming up with new ways to appeal to them. You know, hey, we're going to give you certain things so you can be incorporated in helping design or what you want to carry at the shop. We want to not just start a business relationship with these companies. We want to start an actual friendship.
Yeah.
And that's what we see, and especially in this type of industry where it is about making a buck, but we want to make a lasting impression on everybody. So that's our goal.
Well, you also, you kind of want to be part of this community where people are like, oh, you got to send it shirt.
Yeah.
Death Before Dishonor. And, you kind of want to be part of the what's the word I'm looking for? When you become part of something. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to sound like an idiot on this. People are going to watch it. They're going to like,
who? What?
Send it.
Bag of
just
rock.
Say it. Have it.
What is it called when you just become like, well, because people say send it already, but the death before dishonor, people notice your stuff just by looking at it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you want to be part of that. You just don't want to just be some fly-by-the-night t-shirt company.
Correct.
And that's why
we want to be part of the community. It's about being a part of the riders in the community too. And like for me, So I'm in Dayton, Ohio. So Dayton, Ohio is Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. So we are and I'm a military family. We are fully engulfed in Dayton. In every branch of the military comes through Dayton, because Wright-Pat has everything you can think of, including the Air Force Museum. So, I mean, it is the heart and soul of our community in Dayton. So, getting a part of them, being a part of that family also, along with the riders that are in the Air Force, our armed forces, coming through and being like, seeing our stuff and being like, yep, that's part of my family. Just on an immediate one glance recognition, and be like, that's my symbol. That's what I want to represent when I'm out on the trail. I don't need some other name brand, fill in the blank right there.
Yeah.
I want to be a part of the family.
That's great, man.
And that's why we always say it's a catchphrase, right? Everyone's like, oh, I know, send it. It's not just a catchphrase. It's a lifestyle. We choose those. When you're faced with adversity, are you going to roll over and curl up into a ball and die? No, you're going to wake up. You're going to grind. You're going to get up every morning. I got to succeed. I got to do this, because people depend on you. But it's that little voice in the back of your head that tells you, I got to get up. I got to do this. I got to keep pushing. That's why we always tell people the hardest part of your day is just getting up.
Getting up.
Every day above ground's a good day. Getting
up's the hardest. Actually, getting to work. I live in Miami. The traffic's the worst. That's the worst.
If you go to work at 4 a.m, you don't have to worry about traffic.
Yeah, but you gotta get up at 3 a.m.
Yeah, that's the issue.
Pierre, when you told your wife, you were like, you know what? I'm gonna start a t-shirt company. Did she hit you a lot?
Honestly, I never asked.
It's better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Yes, sir.
Put that on your next
the way to send it.
Yep.
That's how you run it, sir. You just got to keep rolling.
This is great, man. I'm telling you, this was like Christmas. Now, have you been out on the trails and seen this? To both of you, Garth and
not. So I'm not California. Yeah. So anybody that gets it is getting it from me here. Okay. We've gotten rid of a bunch of product here. But have I gotten to actually, that isn't my crew seeing it? No, I can't wait to. Whoever I see is going to get tackled.
Pierre, have you seen your stuff on the?
I have. It's actually kind of funny because I saw this guy riding over at Santa Teresa in one of our local parks, and he just blew right by me, and I just was like, wow, that was a Sun shirt. And it's pretty fun. Just people have no idea. And that's one of the best things about it is like, oh, wow, I'm glad they're wearing the shirt, the way it's meant to be used. Just get out there and trash it. Have fun with it.
Yeah.
Spill some blood on it, get some tears on it, whatever it is. Just have fun.
Now, what do you do? Are you just on Instagram to get this out? What do you do to get it out besides also going to your sea otters or having your riders wear it?
We got invited to a couple more shows, more festivals, stuff like that. We are on Facebook and Instagram for now. Meeting amazing influencers like you, hopefully we'll have more abilities to get out there again.
I haven't laughed like that in years. Thank you.
I try. But we just, honestly, Sea Otter was a big turning point for us. Mm-hmm. And that's what we were told was it's going to be a big test. Either people are going to like you and you're going to have, a successful time, or you're not. But you're not going to go unless you try.
No.
So that's what we decided was we're going to send it. We put all our eggs in one basket and just went for it.
And I still like this fact that's when you and Garth first physically met.
Yep.
Were you as scared of Garth as I was when I first met him? He looked like the Unabomber. Come on, he had the hoodie on and the mask.
Well, and for my Instagram, you don't see this face. This face is not meant for the world, so it's normally covered up.
Oh, don't do that.
It's normally covered up in everything I do. So that's why I was like, well, when we started, I'll just keep it covered so he can be like, what is this idiot doing?
And also, I'm holding this up here. Where's the? What's going on with the QR code? I did it, and it's like each sticker takes me to a different section. Was that planned?
So that was a planned idea, but that was for my buddy Rich over at Stickered. And like I said, he just has these ideas that, why don't we do this? And it's like, yes, let's do it. And he's like a little mad scientist. And that's one thing I love about hanging with him is I supply him with a couple energy drinks and just let him go.
Really?
Yep. We just give him ideas and designs.
Wait till you see the new jersey coming out.
Yeah.
Well, what? You can't tease that.
Oh, I can tease. Because I don't have a picture of it to show you.
Okay, there you go. No, because I went on there and I got to do that right. That, folks, if you can get on that, I don't know if it takes you to a hat. And then this sticker takes me to a t-shirt. And then this one takes me to the pants or something. That really, really well thought out.
Yeah. So that's what I was saying is any of the companies that we use, we don't just use like just these knockoff brands. Oh, we're going to do a jersey. No, we bother big companies to make our stuff. We have gloves coming. We had a supply issue. So we actually have 2 separate styles of gloves. They will be here. They just hopefully they just got to our distributor hopefully yesterday or today. So hopefully they will be here in California within the next week.
But you're gonna have gloves.
We have 2 different styles of gloves. Yes. So we have full on kits. We have jerseys. We have pants. We have shirts.
Anything you need. We got our Cali hookups.
Yeah. We actually talked to Cali and they have this helmet called an Invader. So I'm a big firm believer. You don't get this ugly for not taking a couple falls.
Stop it.
Open face helmets, I will not wear anymore. Garth sometimes wears them, but I'm getting them over to a full face.
Yeah.
So Cali has this Invader. It's for trails, mainly just trails. It takes the place of an open face. But Cali was actually saying, why don't we actually send our helmet to Stickered and have a custom graphic design put on it? So we might be doing that. So an actual collaboration with Cali and Stickered to do a custom style graphic on an Invader helmet.
Well, so you are going to be a full on, like one-stop shop. Yep. Where do I go get gloves, pants, fender, t-shirt, hat,
socks?
Socks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But this isn't a joke to you. This is it for you.
Yeah. You don't know until you try. And honestly, the way we roll with it is we're going to send it. And we hit a wall, we'll figure out a way to either go around it, through it, side of it, up and over it.
Or case it.
Yep.
Yeah.
But then you keep casing it until you make it.
We make it over it. That's all that matters.
Yeah, I love this. I'm not kidding. I'm just saying this because I'm wearing it. This is a really freaking, like when I'm riding, that's going to stand out. I got to get someone to make a shirt for me. Melt Q&A, like anyone's going to wear that.
Hey, we can make you a custom jersey.
No,
we could.
Don't want any custom. I'd rather wear your stuff than have stupid thing like me on there.
How about we do this? We'll put our logo with your logo on our jersey.
Oh, there you go. You lose sales. You got to put food on the table for mother and baby. Which brings me to that question. You got a family. I usually start with that.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
What do you got going on there in that house?
Let's see. What day is it?
Wife and kids?
Yep. Got boys. And it's a blast. They're just, I'm actually an assistant soccer coach. So yeah, I have 2 boys. They both play soccer on a traveling team. And on top of that, as assistant coach, you have not just 1 kid, you have 30.
Yeah.
So yeah, we do that Tuesday and Thursdays, then games on the weekends.
Are they little shredders?
The funny thing is they actually prefer dirt biking. So yeah, they prefer throttles.
Yeah. You know what? I get that. I recently purchased a boat. Before that, we kayaked. And my wife's like, I miss kayak. And I'm like, motor.
Yeah.
Says Garth with the e-bike.
Yes. No, that's exactly it.
So he's got a YT and that thing is beautiful.
Working harder, not smart. Working smarter, not harder.
I'm looking at getting a YT.
I'm trying to convince Garth to let me borrow it.
Yeah, I have a decoy. I love that decoy. That thing is bad.
I'm looking at the Jeff C.
Okay. Yeah, so I ride, my downhill rig is a YT2S. My e-bike's a decoy. My all-around's a Santa Cruz Nomad.
Wow, someone's got himself a couple bikes.
Yeah, a little bit.
What kind
I'm trying to bother Garth to let me borrow his bike for a while.
What do you got?
Somebody's a little bit too large to ride my bike.
Me and him.
When somebody's about a foot taller and he's about another me on a bike. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a 6'2", 225, or 6'1", 225. I'm a big boy too.
I'm all of 5'7", maybe. Buck
you can put Garth in your pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not the size of the dog. It's in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog. There you go.
That's right.
Once you mess with Garth, folks. Pierre, what's your ride? What are you riding?
So I ride a 2021 Intense Primer S. I have the mullet version.
Oh, okay.
So it's a 27.9er. So it's the 29 in front and 27.5 in the rear.
Yeah.
It's a blast.
Yeah, I tried to ride that at Sea Otter. I could barely even touch I couldn't touch the pedals. And then apparently his hands are about that long because I couldn't reach to the brakes. I had so I was just like, I'm going to two-hand brake on everything I do. Oh, it was horrible.
Oh, that's funny.
Like, this is what happens when a little person rides a big person's bike.
XL.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
We were looking for those little, the kid seats where you put them on top of the top tube so I can kick Garth around with me.
That's what I needed. And that's probably what we should get for next year.
It's a good thing you guys are friends.
That's why I say I talk to this. It's funny, the relationships you evolve in. And that's why I said, mountain biking community, but also we're brothers in law enforcement, and it's just starts from talking to one person. Next thing you know, we're talking to each other 2-3 times a week, and you forget how long you're talking to them, and next thing you know, an hour goes by, an hour and a half goes by, and
it's my bedtime.
That's amazing. I think what's great about this whole thing is that you guys made a friendship out of this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got to take my first trip to California in my life because of it. So it's pretty pretty awesome. I'm horrible at cussing, so it's been a real challenge today.
We're 3 dudes here. We're good.
Right. I was just like, it's going on the YouTube. I ain't trying to get this dude flagged. Keep my big mouth shut. Yeah. So yeah, first trip out to California ever. He said, "Hey, there's a Sea Otter thing," and I was just like, okay. And I tell my wife, and my wife's like, "Oh, we're going to California. You're not going there by yourself." And I was just like, "Sweet, yeah, dude, we're coming."
That's great, man. I'm gonna let you guys get. I'm one of those. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but jerseys, t-shirts, socks, hats, fenders,
stickers, pants,
and Pierre, I can't thank
hoodies,
you, brother.
Of course.
I really appreciate this.
Of course.
It's upside down. I can't figure this out. Look at that.
So excited.
It is.
Yeah.
You got so many different colors. You got the one I got here.
Oh,
Happy Bullet.
Yep.
Look, go on to send it. deathbeforedishonor.com. I'm glad you picked
all one
a
word.
really short URL.
Yes, the shortest you could fit in the whole.
We were going for late, sir.
Picks up the entire. I will put a link there.
Cool.
for you underneath. I will, again, I will post things on the Instagrams for you. Garth, do you have an Instagram that I can?
I am the.last.ronan.
Okay, we'll just stick with the.
So if you went with it, the last Ronin.
No, the last Ronin. So you're a Keanu Reeves fan. No, you're the comic book fan.
I'm a Ninja Turtles fan.
Oh, okay.
That's where I came from. I love, like I said, I grew up in martial arts, so Ronin is a very time honored thing. So it's a warrior with no master. I feel like that's ideal for me.
The.last.ronin.
Right.
I will put that down in the bottom. Guys, I can't thank you enough, man. This was just great. I'm all over the place because there's so much. I mean, first off, I got another person over here or over there or down here. I don't know where it will be. So, but if I can do anything, folks, go out and get some of this kid's stuff, man. Really, the poly cotton blend I think that's what I'm only ever going to wear again.
It's amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I will say the one thing that kind of beats our shirts is our sweaters. It's just like that nice warm hug in the morning when you get up. That is one thing I have to say. Our sweaters are amazing.
Is he going to learn, Garth?
He said it every time he says it. Every time I correct him. Our hoodies are amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Is what he meant to say.
Hoodie. Our hoodies. I apologize.
Yes, or hooded sweatshirts. What I'm gonna make him for Christmas is just the ugly sweater of us, and then he's gonna be like, "That's a sweater."
Yep. We had a whole dinner conversation about it. It was fun.
Yeah. Obviously, it hasn't stuck with you.
Yeah, not at all.
Yeah. Too many concussions.
I've made no impression.
Oh my God. Guys, I can't thank you enough for coming on my little itty bitty show here.
Thank
Folks,
you, John.
Get on over to Send It. I'm sorry, I'm looking at something as I'm going on. Send It deathbeforedishonor.com. Get yourself some clothes. Check out their Instagrams. Great stuff, great guys. Support your riders / business owners. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, John.
Now go get your bike started, folks.
Yeah. Take care, John.